T-Boys TV, we are here for the match reaction. The game has finished at the Pirelli Stadium. Burton Albion 0, Luton Town 3. Pretty comfortable afternoon if we're being totally honest. And going into it, a lot of us Hatters had a lot of confidence because, they're a team that did just survive in the end. Our quality should shine through. And I did actually see a thing, not too sure how true it was, but McGuinness himself is worth more than that whole team put together. So based on that, on top of that, it's a game that you look at compared to last week. You think it's a good game to bounce back in, and it was in the end. But as for the lineup going into this game, so it was the usual formation. Keeley was obviously in goal. Longwick was the left-sided centre-back, which was interesting. Naismith didn't actually start this game. McGuinness and Makoso. Makoso got a fresh new look. Completely bald now. So let's see if that brings anything for the future games. Hopefully no punches and things like that. That'd be nice. But yeah, Kadoa was on the right. Again, I've sung his praises a lot recently. You have to be playing him because I think he's been quality. And his slide tackles today, unbelievable. And I always, gas up the one against Wigan. But yeah, today a lot of times very, very good slide tackles from him. Ali on the other side. The midfield for this game was Saville, Clark and Nelson. Nelson actually had a start. Now, there was a few Hatters calling for him to start. So, yeah, he did start in that game. In this game, shall I say. And then Nordas and Yates up front. No Wells starting in this game, which was interesting. And then, yeah, the bench was obviously a talking point, given the fact it is the final game, obviously, before the transfer window shuts. And obviously, we had Bramall on the bench. Chigoze, great to see. No Tom Holmes. Is he on the way out? I think he should be. Naismith, Richards. Good to see Richards again. Shea, of course. Walsh and Wells. Again, no Woodrow on the bench as well. No Lamine again. Are these players on the way out? I mean, I expect at least, two of them to be on the way out. But we shall see. Obviously, there's 2 days left. So we'll see what does happen, but I still think a fair bit will happen, probably on deadline day, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, that was the lineup. Now, going into the first half, we were pretty comfortable throughout the whole game. We didn't need to be, in full out, going all out gear because it was just so comfortable. I'll be totally honest. And their goalkeeper was very shaky, I felt, especially when the ball was played from the back to him. And even their defence, a lot of times the ball was in the air where it shouldn't have been. And we just capitalised. And Nordos got a goal. Yes, that was good. You see what it meant. You see the picture on Twitter that's come out of him and Yates. Yates' sort of smile when he scored. He was buzzing for him. And obviously all the fans in the ground were, and all the fans watching elsewhere were. And let's be honest, it's poor goalkeeping, but he's got a goal. He needed a goal for confidence, and hopefully he can build on that. We see that slight glimpse in pre-season. The Bournemouth game didn't go well, but then he scored after that and kept scoring, had a bit of confidence. So hopefully that builds on into the league now. But yeah, great finish. Nelson laid it off to him, so he's making an impact there. Then Nelson did get a yellow card. Bit of a frustrating one, and we do these sort of, I guess they say, tactical fouls a lot where we pull players down, but we make it obvious. And I'll be honest, I don't think he needed to do it there. But it wasn't the end of the world in the end. And then, yeah, we just kept having chances. I mean, they were very vulnerable defensively, like I say. They were there for the taking at times, I felt, in this game. And when we got that second goal from Ali, what a goal that was, by the way. I was thinking, and today you saw him run at players, do what we want to see him do, which was brilliant to see as much as he was playing as a wing-back. But yeah, it's a great finish. Them finishes are hard to do, and obviously it's not on the equivalent of this type of goal, because obviously the goal I'm about to refer to is much better because it's further out, but it did remind me of ways of the Steven Gerrard goal all them years ago against West Ham in the FA Cup, in the way he's hit it. Like, they're very hard shots to actually wrap around and get like he did. So, massive shout out to him. I thought he's really good today. And yeah, we go 2-0 up, and at half time, I'm saying, right, we need to go out there. We need to get 3s, 4s, because they're there for the taking defensively. And don't get me wrong, there was a few times we did sort of switch off and they had a few chances. I mean, set pieces. Charlie Webster in this game, from memory, 3 really good deliveries. And again, like I said in the Hat Show, he is a player to watch out for. I think he's quality, and I would love to see Luton go all out for him, because obviously the news has come out of Baptiste. He's got ACL, so like Elijah, same injury. Going to be out long term. He won't be back for the season. I very much doubt it. They're very long term injuries, and it's difficult because the players don't come back the same. But yes, it's a shame because he got the injury in training. So yeah, it is a bit of a blow, because I thought when he did play this season, he done well. And I've said it, I think he is, a Prem quality player. But this is why he's not in the Prem, because of his injury record. And this is why Brentford fans were happy to get him off the books as much as they rated him as a player. It was just his injuries. And, if these midfielders keep breaking through, like obviously Nelson and that, then maybe we'll look going forward, him being on a higher wage from getting him. Obviously, when we went down from the Premier League, we might be looking to move him on going forward. But yeah, like I say, 2-0, comfortable. We're looking, right, come on, guys, let's get more. Let's get 3s, 4s, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. That's how I was feeling. And we did get a goal in the second half to make it 3-0. And it was that Nelson. Very, very good finish. It all started from Clark. And the first goal, by the way, George Saville. George Saville, what a performance, by the way. And he's had a lot of good performances this season, bar the Wimbledon game, but he was completely played in a wrong position. But just the tackles, the slide tackles, the way he breaks up the play, had a bandage on his knee as well, still continued. Like, fair play to him. Played a full 90 minutes as well. Massive shout out to him. He's going to be immense. And there was a scare before he got the bandage. We thought he was going to come off. And I've said it, especially if Lamine goes, I think if Saville gets injured, we are, potentially in the mud for the midfield, because there's not really that cover. They're all attacking-minded players. Do you know what I mean? So I obviously had a massive talking point on it yesterday. But yeah, and people did say to me, I am forgetting about Hakeem. I am, but he hasn't played for us, and he's still out long-term. So maybe that is somewhere we need to address. Maybe if Baptiste being out midfield is another thing we need to go and get, let me know. Is that another priority, as well as left back or left wing back, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he had a really good performance in this game. And then we made some subs. I mean, there was a moment with Yates. Obviously, he's still getting into the swing of things. I've spoke about his record at Blackpool, that it took him a while to score. But yeah, there was a moment he sort of lost his head. And I didn't really like to see that, because we are 3-0 up. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to be doing that. I get the frustrations because he hasn't scored. He should have scored in the first half, by the way. Poor defending from them. And that was another early signs that I know we can get at Burton today and cause havoc, really. But yeah, I was thinking, take him off, bring on Wells. The commentator kept saying Wells was warming up. So I was just like, yeah, let's just bring him on for him, which we did. Walsh come on, weren't too bad. Didn't give the ball away this time. Naismith come on towards the end for Kadowo, put in another good shift. His slide tackles are unbelievable. Like, I know I keep saying it, but honestly, what a player he is. And he's not even playing ideally where he'd like to play, but he's putting in the shift. He's doing well for the team, so you've got to give him massive credit. And then right at the end, Bramwell come on. I mean, we could have had more. I mean, their keeper was slightly better in the second half. But yeah, a lot of, positives to take. But I'm not going to look at it and go, oh, this is the build on now. We can start, It still wasn't vintage, but we didn't need to be. If you look at the other games, we were poor in elements. But this game, not particularly, except a few moments where they did get in a little bit too easily. But I mean, individual performances, we'll go through that quickly. Keeley done well, had to make a great save at the end. Commanded well when he had to. Longwick was good there, but that's where he should be playing. Maybe not left-sided as, games go on. You'd like to see Naismith there, especially in games against the better teams. But Longwick on the right, I'd be open to that. But then again, you can't drop Makoso. But what I'm trying to say is, when I see him play, I want to see him at centre-back. McGuinness was decent. There was a moment in the first half he tried sort of doing what Naismith done last week, and it was a bit risky. Nearly cost us. But it didn't in the end. But clearing it, he was good. Makoso, decent in this game. Kadoa, like I say, really good. Saville, very good shift again. Clark, decent. And when Walsh come on, Clark actually played higher and he done well. He done a moment where he like done a lot of their players. Maybe should have took on the shot a bit earlier, but in that advanced role, he's so much better, man. Nelson, who I am actually going to say it now. Obviously, we'll do the Hat Show on Monday, but yeah, he's my man of the match. 1 goal, 1 assist. Like I said, I was a bit frustrated with the yellow card, but there was elements before that yellow card where he actually done really good tackles. For a midfield, well, he's actually a striker, but a player that's more attacking minded. Really, really good challenges, bar that yellow card, which I didn't really like to see. But other than that, brilliant. And should he start now? You know, that is a massive question mark. Obviously, Baptiste is out. There was fans calling for him to start. You know, obviously, Dad was heavily saying that on the Hat Show, not the one just gone, the one before that. So yeah, should he be playing more? Do let me know your thoughts. It'd be good to see another player coming through, and we know he's shown great elements. I mean, you think of that goal against QPR, he was actually playing as a wing back. But yeah, I feel in midfield we could do it going forward. Do let me know. Nordos, good moments. Obviously got a goal to give him a bit of confidence. Hopefully, Yates, probably the worst player on the pitch, but not that he was shocking. It's just he's still not really clicking, but he was a slow starter when he had a fully fit pre-season. So I'm still expecting that on top of not having one at us. So I believe he will turn out to be good. And then obviously Wells come on, decent. Had a chance actually, a decent save to be fair. Walsh was alright, didn't give the ball away like I say. Naismith just helped the team, you know, get a clean sheet really. And then Bramall just come on towards the end. So yeah, man, like I say, Nelson is my man of the match. But yeah, do let me know your thoughts. Burton Albion fan, Luton Town fan, or neutral fan if you watched it. And yeah, we move on to the Barnet game. Be interesting to see what type of side we do play in that game. Will we fill in a lot more youngsters, or will it be second string players, or a mix of both? We shall see. But yeah, looking forward to that one, as I will be there. So it'll be good to see, and I will be doing the fan cams as well and things like that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on today's game. Big up to everyone. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe, follow me across all my socials, subscribe to the extra channel. Take care and peace. And the last thing, 3 goals and that. Come on.